Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the Souls and Stardust podcast channel. I'm Shannon, and I'll be doing your love and relationship reading for December 2021. Of course, whenever you come across this message, it'll be in perfect divine timing. Doesn't have to be December 2021. You may also want to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus videos because that will give you more of a complete picture of the energy of what you're experiencing. Of course, I would love it if you would like and share this and subscribe. That'd be awesome. Wow, Scorpio, Spirit's got a lot to say. I am just picking cards from the Colette Baron-Reid Wisdom the Oracle deck, which is one of my favorites, and then I'm going to add some cards from your girlfriend's No-Bullsh Love Oracle, something that both Meo and I created. And so we're going to ask what the wisdom is for Scorpio for December 2021. What is the wisdom for Scorpio for 2021? And I always let the cards choose themselves when I'm shuffling. So that's the deal I have with Spirit. What does Scorpio need to know about love and relationship? What does Scorpio need to know? There we go. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, we're going to look at those in just a moment. Anything else? Anything else, Scorpio? Anything else? Looks like that's it for that deck. All right, let's get started. I will draw from a couple of other decks as we get going, but let's start with these two first. So Scorpio, what is the energy that we are faced with today? Okay, so we have TikTok and we have flexible. For some reason, Scorpio, you may be feeling like you are running out of time, and that's not going to work for you. So this is the card, the TikTok card is, and when they show up in the reverse, this is something that it's like a protection message or something we're really challenged with at the moment. So it's about learning lessons. I mean, you can think of this as like the shadow side of this card, but it's to get us to pay attention to whatever energy we're resisting or we're struggling with. And TikTok is about feeling like the clock is ticking and you're worried about your dreams not manifesting. So perhaps you are either in a relationship or you're trying to manifest a relationship, and things, if you're in a relationship, things are not what you thought they would be. And you had this idea of what it was supposed to be, and it's just not moving in that direction, or it feels like you're stuck in the time is, not that maybe you feel like you're wasting your time. I feel like I have to say that. And if that's the case, you just need to take a step back and reevaluate what you want and need. And is this what feels good to you, right? I suspect we're going to see more around that message. I feel like I'm reading for a few different subsets of Scorpios at this point. There is nothing that you have to be afraid of, though. Like, you're in divine timing. You have to just remember everything happens as it needs to, as long as you're putting out there your most authentic self and what you want and need. You're being communicative about that. You are letting the universe know, this is what I want to feel like. It's impossible for those things not to come to you when you're actually putting yourself out there as your most authentic version and expressing your desires for especially love and relationship. You will never run out of time for these things. It will happen when it needs to, when it's in your best and highest good, but you have to put that out there. This is what I want to feel like. This is what I want to experience. Without being too specific about who that person needs to be or what they need to look like, right? So you have to be open-minded. But you won't miss your miracle, right? So you can relax. It's about feeling really hung up on the timing of everything. You feel like you're on some kind of time clock, or like, in 5 years, I wanted to be this, but that's not where you are now. And I feel like Scorpio, really have to let go of some of these parameters that you've set for yourself, because that's a burden. Those are standards or levels that you, like expectations you're holding yourself to, when really the universe has something different in mind for you. So you have to let a lot of that go and surrender to this process and realize that you are not running out of time. You are fully supported, especially as you surrender to the universe, saying, okay, here's what I want to feel. This is what I'm looking forward to. I would like somebody that has a sense of humor, that has done a lot of their healing, that is emotionally intelligent, that is capable and open in communication, right? Whatever that list of things are, you might want to go ahead and write that shit down just to, make it real with the universe. You are not running out of time. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith, right? So put out there what it is you want, and then allow the universe to help you. If you are in a relationship and you feel like you're running out of time, ask yourself why. Ask yourself what feels in alignment and what isn't in alignment. You also have to be flexible. I feel like there's a certain rigidity that Scorpios, you are struggling with in terms of how you think things should look versus the way that they actually do look. And are you actually not allowing yourself to experience what is good because you have it in your mind that it needs to look a different way in order for you to be happy? So there's some healing there that has to happen, or some self-awareness, awakening to that needs to happen in order for you to be flexible in how this beautiful love shows up for you, or how you realize the beautiful love that you already have. This is being too rigid. So what expectations do you have that aren't reasonable, or are very self-limiting, or limiting for the growth and expansion of a relationship, or even like being able to call something in for you? How are you being inflexible or too rigid? And how might that be limiting you? Are you cutting off like a whole segment of people that could actually, align with you beautifully, but you're not going to look at them because their hair color is wrong? I mean, that's a very extreme example, but we tend to set those kinds of limiting beliefs or boundaries on ourselves, and then that makes the universe have to work 10 times harder in order to bring us something that will fit based on our expectations. It just makes everything take a lot longer than if we can be really flexible and open. So this is about loosening up. This is about opening your heart and opening your mind, having a more flexible approach to love and relationship. If you are in relationship, this could be you needing to just really relax and learn how to listen better, learn how to be flexible in what feels not be flexible in what feels good and what doesn't, right? Because that's really important for you to know what feels good and stick to that. But this is about being flexible about your expectations and standards, and asking yourself why do I have those that way, and how is it actually inhibiting the growth of my relationship with this person if you are paired up. But also ask yourself, how is this limiting who can come to me based on what I believe to be true or not, or what I think it should look like. I feel like we have some Scorpios watching that are really worried about their dreams not manifesting, but you have to look at how have you complicated your manifestation menu based on all these rigid standards that you have, related to perfection, or this is going to be my ideal, when you don't really even know. Only the universe knows, like infinite possibilities for what could create a beautiful, loving, growth, expanding relationship for you, but you have your mindset that it has to look a certain way. It's just, I'm losing my words here because I feel like the rigidity of it, and then I feel the resistance to this message too. You have to be the student as much as you're the teacher, right? And you have to be able to be willing to see where you aren't flexible or where you need to modify your approach. And letting go of feeling like you're running out of time, that's really causing some anxiety for some of you. Okay, Scorpio, here we go. So what does your girlfriend's No-Bullshit Love Oracle say about love and relationships for you? Okay, there's some toxic shit going on here. Pay attention to unhealthy patterns, which could be yours or another's. Well, right here from the start, it could very well be this, fixation on I'm running out of time, and also being inflexible in how you actually are in relationship or what you're trying to manifest. You need to sit down and look at what your expectations are, what your standards are, what your hopes are, and see how those can be opened up to be more flexible. And if you are in relationship, you have to really think about how are you coming forward in this relationship in ways that aren't necessarily healthy, or they actually create tension around how another shows up to meet you in a space, right? Are your expectations too rigid? Are you being hard on yourself or on them? Are there expectations that are actually inhibiting any kind of growth in terms of love in the relationship or connection or understanding? So be really honest with yourself, Scorpios, and actually, be honest about how you come into this and what you're bringing in terms of patterns. We all have them, right? There could be some codependency happening. There could be some manipulation happening, unknowingly even. And be honest too about what other people bring to the relationship with you. Okay. So for some of you, there's a message about they're just not that into you. Okay. So this could be a result of trying to manifest something with very rigid boundaries, very rigid expectations. This also could be you guys just being in something that doesn't fit, but you're so worried about time that you're overlooking some of that, which could be a pattern as well. And, being inflexible or rigid. Are you not willing to tell yourself, this isn't right? It has to work. I have to make it work. I'm running out of time. This could be for a subset of you as well. And I'm getting so hot all of a sudden, which means there's a ton of healing energy coming through. So someone watching this has got to be hitting home. If that's you, go ahead and leave me a comment, please, because I would like to understand more of how this is helping you. I'm going to go, oh my gosh, I'm going to pull from our clarifier deck. Oh, you're going to love this. This is called Quickies. It's something that Meo and I developed, and we're testing it out right now. It's for quick answers, yes, no, maybe type of things. I'm just asking for clarification for Scorpio about love and relationships. And one card flew out right away, and that might be the only card we need. But I'm just going to shuffle a little bit more. What does Scorpio need to know? Okay, they're telling me that this is enough. The hell no card came out. Hell no. Okay, so this could be about moving forward or not, right? So what's happening in your relationship? Is there some toxic stuff that is really not healthy for either of you? You have to be able to be honest with yourself. When you're manifesting, you gotta think about how you dictate your hopes and your desires and the way you want to feel. You have to be careful about the words you use. You also have to be really flexible and open to what comes forth, right? Like being able to see how that can be applicable to what it is that you laid forth as something you want. It feels like some of you are in something that isn't healthy, and you're trying to make it work based on being obsessed about time, okay? And this is a time for you to really evaluate what you're in or what you might be just beginning. You have to pay attention to what it feels like in your heart. I'm going to pull a card from the tarot and just see what Scorpios need to know. What does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know about this love and relationship for December? What does Scorpio need to know? Ooh, hot. I'm so hot, you guys. Scorpio is getting some healing energy coming through. I have 3 placements in Scorpio. Stellium, actually. Ooh, okay. So the Chariot in reverse. This is like, this is a card, the Cancer card, right? So some of you might be dealing with another water sign. You are Scorpio, so you are a water sign, but this is Cancer right here. Some of you may be dealing with Cancer. This is like the fastest card in the deck, right? So it's about speed, forward movement, getting the hell out of Dodge. Moving forward at a fast pace. But when it came up in the reverse for you guys, Scorpio, this is a lack of energetic focus. This is like dissipated energy. It's feeling stuck or stalled out. It's also lack of self-discipline or going in the wrong direction. What are you resisting? What are you obsessing about? How are you being inflexible or too rigid? How are you not seeing patterns that are there for both you and whoever you're involved with? Or if you're single, what is it that you need to pay attention to? Are you being inflexible with your own healing and growth in terms of how you love and relate? This is the tendency of speeding past the needs of others as well. So it's a two-way street, relationships. This is a caution of, what is it that you need? What is it that other people need? You have to decide if you're in alignment. Does it feel good to you or not? And then you have to decide too, what are the parameters or what are the factors that are keeping me in place, and what are the factors that are facilitating growth? And what are the pros and cons of this? What does it feel like? Does it feel good to me? This card, it's about you reflecting on, choosing who you get to become. That's your choice, and running toward that with conviction and consistent motion, not getting stuck, right? Not letting someone else determine who it is you get to become. Wow, Scorpio, there's some shit going on for you guys this month, or whenever you're finding it. It's this: choose the things that you really want, okay? Ask for those things to show up. Focus your efforts on that as opposed to, what other people want or expect of you. We have to do that sometimes, but really we shouldn't make a habit out of that. We need to do what we need to do for us. And charging ahead, but you have to pay attention. Pay attention to your path. Otherwise, it can be harmful, right? And also being too rigid can be harmful. All right, Scorpio, I hope that was helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments below. I would, of course, love to have you like this and share it with anybody you feel like will resonate. We'd love subscribers, so if you want to do that, that'd be awesome. We'd love to have you around. There's lots of information in the description below, how you can find us, how you can book sessions with us, with both Meo and I. You can visit the Souls and Stardust podcast website, where we have links to a lot of free content, our podcast episodes in particular. And then if you want to purchase a deck of your own that we have, then that's available for you as well. Thank you guys, and we hope to see you very soon.